Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take a whole stack of sources and, well, boil them down to the insights you really need. Clear, surprising, and hopefully useful.
That's the goal.
And today,
yeah.
we're tackling something that sounds simple, but is actually incredibly powerful, making that first impression.
Ah, yes. Crucial stuff.
Those very first words you exchange, even just the look you give someone, it sets the whole stage, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It really sculpts the interaction right from the get-go. It's fascinating how much happens in those first few seconds.
Totally. So our mission today is to really unpack English greetings and introductions, not just memorizing phrases.
Deeper than that.
We want to give you that shortcut to understand the nuances, the sort of hidden social rules, so you can navigate those first moments really confidently, to feel genuinely well-informed. So let's dive in. What actually makes a greeting work? What are those unspoken rules?
Well, it's interesting you phrase it like that.
Yeah.
Because mastering these initial interactions is often seen as, well, one of the most vital communication skills, period.
Really? That vital?
Oh, definitely. It's your very first chance to show respect, to signal who you are, what your intentions are. It frames everything else before the real conversation even begins. Your choice of words, your tone, maybe a gesture, it all matters immensely.
Okay, wow. And in English, even the simplest greetings, they carry different weights, don't they?
They absolutely do.
We all use hello, hi, hey all the time, probably without thinking much about it.
Right. They seem interchangeable, but they're not.
But that's where the deep dive really starts, isn't it? Unpacking the sort of invisible contract each one creates.
Precisely. Think about hello.
Okay.
It's polite, it's respectful, it works almost anywhere, anytime. You really can't go wrong with hello. It's your safe bet.
Right. But maybe a bit formal if you use it with a close friend you see every day.
Exactly. It could feel slightly distant, depending on your relationship. Then you have hi.
Yeah, hi feels pretty standard.
It is. It hits that nice balance, friendly, casual, good for most everyday situations, colleagues you know reasonably well, acquaintances.
Okay. And then, hey.
Hey. That one's definitely more informal. The social temperature drops a bit there, as you said.
So, mainly for friends, people you know well.
Primarily, yes. Using hey with, say, your boss for the first time, or someone in a very formal setting, unless you already have that very casual relationship established.
Yeah, that could feel a bit off. Too familiar, maybe.
It could easily signal an unwarranted familiarity, exactly, which is why that single word choice is so powerful. It sends an instant message about how you perceive the relationship within milliseconds.
Wow. It's not just saying hello, it's defining the relationship on the spot.
In a subtle way, yes. Using hey inappropriately might make the other person feel slightly maybe uncomfortable or that you're overstepping.
Right. And being too formal with hello to a close friend might make them wonder if something's wrong.
It could, yeah. It implies a distance. So it's all about matching the greeting to the social context. That's key for a good first impression.
Okay, so you've picked your greeting. What usually comes next? Most automatically.
The classic follow-up. How are you?
Yep. Hear it all the time. Say it all the time.
We do. And the standard polite response is usually something like, I'm good, thanks. And you? Or, fine, thanks. How about you?
Right. It's like a little script we all follow.
It is. It's a reciprocal thing. It's mainly about politeness, showing you care enough to ask back. It's rarely an actual invitation for a long, detailed story about your life.
Yeah, definitely not. It's more like a quick social acknowledgement.
Precisely. Its purpose is more about keeping the social wheels turning smoothly than getting a deep insight into someone's well-being at that exact moment.
That's a really important point. It's like a conversational handshake, not a therapy session.
Exactly.
Like, Anna bumps into Ben. She says, hi, how are you? Ben saying, hello, I'm good, thanks, how are you? It's perfect.
Right.
If he started talking about his terrible commute for 5 minutes.
It would break that social rhythm, wouldn't it? The expected flow. The short exchange keeps it light, polite, and efficient.
Okay, so we've got those basic greetings down. But English also changes things up depending on the time, right?
It does. There's a nice temporal aspect to it. Acknowledging the time of day adds another layer of, well, politeness and connection.
So how does that work?
Pretty straightforward, actually. You use good morning up until about midday, 12 p.m.
Okay, morning is morning.
Then from 12 p.m. until roughly 5 or 6 p.m., you switch to good afternoon.
Afternoon, got it.
And after about 5 or 6 p.m. onwards into the evening, it's good evening.
Good evening. Okay. Morning, afternoon, evening. Seems logical.
It is. And these aren't just, arbitrary rules.
Yeah.
They help ground the conversation in the present moment. It shows awareness and, again, respect.
Right. But there's a common trap here, isn't there? Something people often get wrong.
Yes. You're thinking of good night.
Exactly. It sounds like it should be part of that sequence, but it's totally different.
It is completely different. And this is a really crucial point of cultural understanding for English speakers. Good night is only used when saying goodbye.
Only goodbye.
Only goodbye. Specifically, when someone is leaving for the night or heading off to bed, it signals an end, closure.
So you'd never, ever use good night as a greeting when you arrive somewhere.
Absolutely not. That would be quite jarring culturally. It would be like saying goodbye when you mean hello.
Okay. That makes sense. The others, morning, afternoon, evening, they start the interaction. Good night ends it.
Precisely. It's a valediction, a farewell remark, not an opening one.
So walking into a dinner party at 8 p.m., you'd say good evening to everyone.
Yes.
Not good night. You save that for when you're actually leaving the party.
Exactly right. It's a small detail, but getting it right shows you understand the nuances, and that definitely contributes to a positive first impression.
Like that example. Emma sees her professor. Good morning, Mr. Smith. He replies, Good morning, Emma. How are you today? Perfect. Sets a polite professional tone, acknowledges the time.
Spot on. Time-aware and appropriate.
Okay, so we've covered the more, let's say, standard or slightly formal greetings.
Yeah.
But what about when you're just hanging out with friends? Things loosen up a bit, right?
Oh, definitely. The language reflects the closer relationship. You often ditch the how are you for something more casual.
Yeah, like what?
Well, you hear things like, what's up? How's it going?
Hmm.
Or maybe, how are things?
Okay, what's up? Yeah, hear that a lot.
It's very common. And what's interesting about these is they signal a different kind of interaction. They're often less of a direct question needing a full answer.
Right. More like just a way of saying hi.
Exactly. It's a quick check-in, a way to acknowledge someone you know well and reinforce that connection without necessarily launching into a big conversation. It's very efficient, socially.
And the replies are different too, aren't they? You don't usually give a long answer to what's up.
Generally not. The typical responses are quite brief, often positive or neutral. Things like, not much, or pretty good, or all good, sometimes followed by you, or how about you?
Yeah, not much. That feels like the classic what's up reply.
It is. It signifies that comfortable, established relationship. You don't need formality. It's relaxed. It's like an insider code almost, reinforcing that you're on the same wavelength.
So these quick exchanges, they're actually doing important social work. Bonding.
Absolutely. They signal approachability, they maintain the connection, they show you value the relationship, all without demanding much time or energy from either person. Very practical for everyday social life.
Like Tom sees Jack, shouts, Hey, what's up? Jack just gives a wave back. Not much. Chillin'. You. Quick, easy, friendly. Reaffirms the friendship.
Perfect example. That's the sound of an established, comfortable connection.
Okay, so greetings are sorted.
Mm-hmm.
But then comes the moment you actually need to, tell someone who you are.
Yeah.
Introducing yourself. Equally important for that first impression, I guess.
Hugely important. This is where you move from just acknowledging someone to actually creating a potential connection, putting a name to the face.
And there are standard ways to do this too, right? Depending on how formal you need to be.
Yes. You've got simple, direct options like, hi, my name is Sarah, or maybe slightly more engaging, nice to meet you, I'm David.
Okay. Straightforward.
And if the situation is a bit more formal, you might opt for, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Feels a bit more formal.
It does. But here's the thing. The words are only half the story, maybe even less than half.
Oh, what's the other half?
The nonverbal cues. This is absolutely critical when introducing yourself.
Body language.
Exactly. A genuine smile. Making eye contact. Not staring, but connecting. And depending on the culture and context, often a handshake. A firm, confident handshake.
The handshake. Still important.
In many contexts, yes. These nonverbal signals, the smile, the eyes, the touch, they speak volumes. They convey sincerity, openness, confidence, approachability, far more powerfully than just the words alone. They kind of validate the spoken introduction.
So saying nice to meet you while looking at the floor and frowning, probably not going to work.
Not going to land well? No. The verbal and nonverbal messages need to match. That congruence is what builds trust and makes a positive, lasting impression.
Got it. So it's the whole package. Think about Sarah meeting David again. She walks up, smiles, makes eye contact, maybe offers a hand. "Hello, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you."
Yes.
And David responds in kind. "Hi, Sarah. I'm David. Nice to meet you, too." Maybe he shakes her hand.
Mhm.
That whole synchronized
It
dance.
creates an immediate bridge.
Good.
Exactly. It makes both people feel acknowledged, respected, and more comfortable. It sets a positive foundation.
Okay, so introductions are done. Now what? Especially in places like the US or the UK, there's often this next step, isn't there?
Ah, you mean small talk?
Yes, small talk. It's such a common thing,
Yeah.
but I think it confuses a lot of people. What's the actual point?
That's a great question, and it's a really key cultural tip for anyone interacting in English-speaking environments. Small talk often follows greetings and introductions. It's those light, fairly superficial conversations.
Like talking about the weather.
The weather is the absolute classic, isn't it? Or maybe, did you have a good weekend?
Hmm.
Or commenting on the event you're both at.
Yeah, topics that aren't too deep or controversial.
Precisely. And here's the crucial insight. The purpose of small talk is usually not about the topic itself. It's not really about getting a detailed weather forecast or a minute-by-minute account of someone's weekend.
So, what is it about then?
It's primarily a social lubricant. It's about being friendly, being polite, showing willingness to engage. It helps bridge that initial potential awkwardness after introductions.
Ah, okay, so it's like warming up the conversation.
Exactly. It builds a little bit of comfort and rapport before you potentially dive into deeper topics. Or sometimes the small talk is the entire interaction, and that's fine too. It signals engagement and openness. It's a way of saying, I'm friendly, I'm willing to connect, even if it's just for a moment.
So, asking how's the weather isn't really about the weather. It's about creating a small, shared, comfortable moment.
You've got it. It establishes that initial, easy connection. It's a vital part of the social fabric in many English-speaking cultures.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense than just thinking people are obsessed with talking about rain.
Yes, it serves a deeper social function.
Right. Now, we've covered a lot of ground, a lot of phrases, and knowing them is one thing, but actually using them smoothly, that takes practice, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, like any skill.
So maybe we should encourage everyone listening, just take a second right now. Let's actually say some of these key phrases out loud. Ready? Try it with us.
Good idea.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It feels a bit silly maybe, but there's a reason, right?
It really is. It's about muscle memory. Your mouth, your tongue, your vocal cords, they literally need to practice making these sounds and sequences. It's kinesthetic learning.
So saying it out loud helps lock it in.
Definitely. The physical act of speaking makes the language more automatic, more readily available when you actually need it in a real conversation, much more effective than just reading or listening passively.
Makes sense. Get your mouth used to the sounds.
Exactly.
So let's wrap this up a bit. What have we really learned today in this deep dive? What are the main takeaways for you, the listener?
Well, we've seen that greetings aren't just greetings, are they?
No, definitely not. We saw that spectrum from the safe hello to the friendly hi to the really casual hey, and how choosing the right one instantly signals the kind of relationship you expect.
Right. And we tackled those time-based greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, understanding they show awareness and respect for the moment.
And critically, that good night is only for saying goodbye, not a greeting. Big one.
Huge one. Then we looked at the relaxed, informal greetings among friends, like, what's up? And how they foster connection with brevity.
Yeah, those quick check-ins. And then introducing yourself effectively, it's not just my name is, but the whole package deal. Right?
The words plus the nonverbals. The smile, the eye contact, maybe the handshake. That combination is key for making someone feel comfortable and making a strong impression.
And finally, we demystified small talk. It's not pointless chatter, it's that social lubricant, bridging the gap, showing friendliness.
All crucial pieces for navigating those initial moments with confidence.
And that's the whole point, isn't it? Giving you that shortcut to being well-informed, feeling genuinely confident, not just reciting lines.
Understanding the why behind the what, that empowers you not just to speak, but to connect effectively.
So we really encourage you to keep practicing. Say the phrases out loud, maybe with a friend or, even in the mirror like the sources suggest. Make them feel natural coming out of your mouth.
That practice really does pay off. And maybe here's something to chew on after we finish.
Ooh, a provocative thought. Go on.
Thinking about everything we discussed, the small talk topics that aren't really the point, the power of a smile or eye contact, How much of our communication in those first few seconds is actually based on the words we use?
Hmm, interesting question.
What are the deeper, unspoken messages we're sending? With just a glance, a gesture, the tone of our voice, even before we string a sentence together. What does that tell us about human connection beyond just language?
Wow. Yeah. How much is truly unspoken? That's definitely something to think about. What layers are we missing if we only focus on vocabulary?
Exactly. There's always more depth to explore in these seemingly simple interactions.
A fascinating journey indeed. Well, thank you for joining us on the deep dive. We hope this gave you some really practical tools and maybe a new perspective for your next English conversation.
Hope it was helpful.
Until next time, keep exploring.